Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Kazaki Yahoo, and I began this broadcast as I would begin any broadcast by giving first of all praise, honor, and great esteem unto the Most High Power Yahuwah, and we do that by Hashem Yahushua Hamashiach in the name of the Messiah Yehoshua, the Messiah. And to the 12 tribes of Israel who are scattered to the four quarters of the earth, I say Shalom Wabarukim, that is peace and blessings. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait to the day that the Most High brings us back together. And we are once again 12 tribes, one family, one nation, under the Most High power, under one covenant. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All praises to the Father. I'm joined this evening by my most esteemed Mark Kenaniah. Shalom, Marquis.
Hey, shalom, shalom, Marquis. Shalom, shalom, Yasharal. All praises and esteem and glory to the Abba for allowing us to see another day, making it through the week.
Hallelujah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. As we begin to move towards uh, Hasabah, Hasabah, the Sabbath, I'm just elated and elated even more. Look like my son on here. Shalom, son. I hope if you see me here, uh, love you much. I'm glad you are tuning in. But it's is this is almost a day of celebration. Uh,
Indeed.
just for the purpose that we're four books in to the text. You know, we just started this journey a while back, and we've been able to, by the power of the Most High, walk through all of these books. And now we are at Devarim or Deuteronomy, and we're beginning chapter number one, slated for chapters 1 through 3 this evening. And all praises to Ha'aba to really get into this book and to really get a better, more understanding as we have progressed through. And it is such a barakah. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy and humbled by this experience. And all praises to the Father.
All
Hallelujah.
praises.
Yes, indeed. Shaul, my son, is. I see his message. Hi, Dad. I appreciate you, young brew. Praise Yah. All right, let's go ahead and get to Devarim. And let's get into this fifth book of HaTorah. The headline reads Israel's history after Exodus. So, it looks like we're going into a bit of a recap here.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's get to it. All praises. It says, These be the words which Moshe spake unto all of Israel by the side of Jordan, in the wilderness, in the plains over against the Red Sea, between Paran and Tapir and Laban and Hazeroth and Diz Dizabah Diz Ahath H A H A B Hab Dizahath.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was the hardest I ever had to work on for Dizahath Hab Dizahab. I think so. We looked at all of these before, have we not?
Uh, I'm sure we did when we came across them. I don't remember the meaning of each of these names, but
Okay,
I know
let's
that this is in the wilderness, and these are different
con
campsites.
con. Well, let's go ahead and just take a quick look here. All praises to Haaba. Uh, Paran.
Paran.
hmm Hallelujah. Place of Caverns. I vaguely remember that. Place of Caverns. I vaguely remember that. Let's see. Topil. Tapil.
Topel.
Tapil. There's a fa. Tafel.
Mm-hmm.
Tofel.
Topel.
Okay. White. I don't recall that one. A place southeast of the Dead Sea near the Adaba. Oh, this is the first place to show up.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
Yeah, come.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
So I'm wondering if it has a like Well, it would have told us if it was another name for something too, though. So
Yeah, I don't see. I mean, it. I think this is just the first time this is we're seeing this one. I thought we had seen it before, but that's why you got to check. You know, this is the only
hmm
place it shows up in the whole script. One place, one verse, one time, one verse. Huh. So this means white, uh, and in a place in the near the real time. Laban. No, we've seen that. Is that the same Laban? Is the question.
Laban, and
Uh,
don't that mean white as well?
I
Yeah,
mean, white as
kind
well. Yeah, yeah, brother Rebecca. Yeah, so that's the same one that we have seen. That's interesting
has a
that those
rough,
two are both. You said it has the rough. Yeah, yeah,
has a rough, facts
has
are
a
rough.
rough kind settlement. Seemed like
Mm-hmm.
we did look at this. So we see that last week. Yeah, sure did.
Kind,
I seemed like we was. Yeah, because we read 33 last week. And I seemed like we saw that last week. Yeah, kind of, because we did what 30 through 36 last week.
kind,
Yeah, yes indeed. And let me see how to pronounce this one. Break this one down. These are
hob,
how these are how enough gold. A place on the border of Moab. Yeah, I think this is the first time we've seen this one. And yes, indeed, these are how. Yes, indeed. So, and this is another one of those first and only one time mentions. So, yeah, I thought some of this we may have seen before, but of course, a couple of them we did. But let's continue. Verse 2. These are there are 11 days journey from Hebron by the way to Mount Seir unto Ke- Kedsabana.
Kesh, yeah, Kadesh, Bamia,
Oh, Kadesh Barnea. Kadesh Barnea. Okay. I remember looking at that too. But let's just take another quick look. I know it means set apart something. We know where Seir is. We looked at that back in Bereshit. Uh, Kodesh.
set apart.
Yes, indeed. City extreme south of Yehuda, same as Kodesh, and however you want to break it down. So what is this though? Because yeah, I get it being Kodesh, but what is this? Let's
I'm
see
not
what we see.
sure.
Let's
Bamia,
see what we see. That's what Google for.
land or something.
Let's see, define. What is the significance of Kodesh? Look, he went straight to it. So this has been searched many times. Oh, I should be reading it instead of just pointing at it. Let me I'll just point. My bad. I was trying to see because I see that's a Wikipedia article, and I was trying to see what it was saying. Number one and number two, Kadesh means set apart. It is the same place of Arabic name Jerusalem, El Kurds, and desert of wandering. So according to Gateway, let's go to that real quick. From the Smith Bible's Names Dictionary, search for what we were just looking at. It's only place same as Arabic. Uh, that very word, that second part of that, that they really didn't give
Mm-hmm.
us any information for, according
Mm-hmm.
to this, it means desert of wandering, a
Okay.
place near the scene Miriam's death. So this is where Miriam must have been buried and left there, or buried, I should say, and also a place where the spices were sent and their return. The people broke out in mourning upon the. Okay, okay. Well, it kind of helps us better understand a little bit. So, all praises to her Abba. Let's continue. All right, verse 3. And it came to pass in the is that 40th year, in the 11th in the 11th month, on the first day of the month, that Moshe said unto the children of Israel, according to all that Yahuwah had commanded in the command that Yahuwah had him to command unto them. Salika, butchered that pretty bad. Uh, After he slain Shion, the king of the Amorites, which dwelt in Hezbon, and Og, the king of Bashan. Is that the same Bashan?
Yeah.
No, almost, not quite. This one is kind of,
All you talking about is the land?
yeah, but
Okay,
it's
no, no, no.
Kodesh. Yeah, that's what took
Yeah.
me. I was like, is that the same? Okay, Bashan. Okay, Khan, which dwell in the I think that's that. Isn't that an idol? In
Yep, yep.
yeah, Eddie, yeah, Khan. They almost got me. I don't get me with that
Mm-hmm.
one. Verse 5. Well, we can take a look at it though. So I seem like yeah, that's that same one that supposedly got us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't need to look at that then. Let's continue. Verse 5. It says, on the side of Jordan in the land of Moab between Moshe, Silicon, began Moshe to declare this law, saying, and I have heard that Deuteronomy or Devarim means second law or reiteration of the law. So
Mm-hmm.
that kind of makes sense reading verse 5 there, declaring this law, saying, Yahuwah our power spoke unto us in Hebron, saying, Ye have dwelt long enough in this mountain. Turn you and take your journey and go to the mount of the Amorites and unto the place and unto the places near unto you, the plains in the hills and in the vale and in the south and by the seaside to the land of Canaan, of the Canaanites, and to Lebanon, Lebanon,
Lebanon.
Lebanon, Lebanon. Slick out. I don't know why I was trying to say LeBron. Lebanon. I'm tripping. Unto the great river, uh, the river Euphrates. Lebanon. I get Lebanon. I'm tripping. I'm thinking of Laban. I'm thinking of that. Verse 8. Behold, I will set the land before you. Go and possess the land which Yahuwah sware to your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to give unto them and their seed after them. Verse 9. And I spake unto you at the same time, Salikah, and I spake unto you at that time, saying, I am not able to bear you by myself alone. And Yahuwah your power have multiplied you. And behold, you are this day as the stars of Shamaim for multitude, or as the stars of heaven. Shamaim is heaven for anybody who
Mm-hmm.
don't realize that. Verse 11. And Yahuwah power, and Yahuwah power of your fathers made you, and the thousand made you a thousand times so many more as you are, and Barak you as he had promised you. Now just think about that. I mean, it's we talking about in the 600, 700,000s. Well, that's the men. So not
Mm-hmm.
even mention the women and the children. But think about this. I mean, we in this country alone, we talking 20 million. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you get to adding, and I think it's more of our people in like South America than it is here.
Indeed, like it was more of them that were taken to in the captivity in South America and Central America than North America.
Con, con. So you put that South and Central. So if we 20, and let's say they double us, so let's say they 40 in South America, and let's say it's uh another, I don't even want to say another 40. let's just be conservative. Let's say 30 in Central America. I mean, that's just over here. That's not even
Mm-hmm.
including, uh, you know, the Americas, outside of the Americas. Just in the so-called Americas. I mean, you talking, what I say, 40 here, well, 20 here, 40 in South, and then another 20. So we over 100 million in this land. If Albert was to bring us out right now, in this land right now, we would be looking at close to over 100 million. Is that right? Am I doing that right?
Let's see. You said 40
20
and
plus
20.
40
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
plus
that's a
30.
hundred right there. Yeah, plus 30. That's 130.
130 million Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, not to mention those of us who are Israelites who identify as mixed or whatever the case, whatever title that they have available in this land, in these lands, I should say. So, they talking about, hundreds of thousands, and we talking about over 100 million just
Yes,
on this
sir.
side. So, let's continue. Verse 12. Uh, how can I myself alone uh, bear your cumbrance and your burden and your strife? Take you wise men and understanding, and know amongst your tribes, Slikai, and known amongst your tribes, and I will make them rulers over you. And yet, and you answered me, saying, and said, Slikai, you answered me and said, the thing which you have spoken is good for us to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I took the chief of your tribes, wise men, and known, and made them heads over you, captains over thousands, captains over hundreds, captains over fifties, captains over tens, officers amongst your tribes. So let's talk about that. This is kind of interesting. I know we stopped a couple times, but uh, I kind of thought about that before, but I never really gave it some good thought, and it started making sense in my mind. So you got captains over thousands. So if you got thousands, that means that's the people when you're dealing with thousands.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be equivalent to somebody running a city, or somebody running a region or a province or
Mm-hmm.
a city or something of that nature. You got captains over hundreds. So you would take those captains, and captains would report to captains. So you would go from being over the city or over the province, whatever the case. Now you got groups of these people reporting to this particular captain. That's where
Mm-hmm.
you get the captains over hundreds, and
Yes,
it kind of
sir.
dwindles down. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And those captains go to the captains of over tens.
right. Over fifties and then over tens.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're basically it's a chain. If it's a chain of command,
Mm-hmm.
and that's interesting. That's really interesting. I really didn't get that before, but as I pondered it and kind of really thought about it, that makes a whole lot of sense. How you set up a government. So all
Mm-hmm.
praises to the Most High. Verse 16. And I charged your judges at that time, saying, hear the cause between your brethren, and judge righteously between every man and his brethren, and the stranger that is with him. Verse 17. Yet, Salika, you shall not respect persons in judgment, but you shall hear the small as well as the great, and you shall not be afraid of the face of man, and judge. Salika, for the judge is the Most High, and the cause is that to and the cause that is too hard for you, bring it unto me, and I will hear it. And I commanded you at that time all things which you shall do. And when we departed from Hebron, We went through all the great and terrible wilderness, which you saw by the way of the mountain of the Amorites, as Yahuwah our power commanded us. And we came to Kadesh Barnea, Kadesh Barnea, Barnea. Verse 20. And I said unto you, ye are ye are come unto the mountain of the Amorites, which Yahuwah our power do give unto us. Behold, Yahuwah our power hath set the land before you. Go up and possess it, as Yahuwah power of our fathers hath said unto you. Fear not, neither be discouraged. For you come near unto me, every one of you, and say, we will send men before us, and they shall search out the land, and bring us word again by the way we must go up, and unto the cities we shall come. And the saying pleased me well. And I took 12 men, Slikah, I took 12 men of you, one from a tribe. And they turned and went up unto the mountain, and came into the valley of Esco, and searched it out. I don't remember what that Esco is. Let's take a quick look at that again, real quick here.
Yeah, I don't. I know we've seen it quite a few times, but
Yeah, Esco
that's cold.
cluster.
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay. I don't know why that's done. Yeah, we have seen it a few different times, but that's interesting. I don't know why I can't remember that Esco is cluster. Like it doesn't. It's not connecting in my mind. All right. Uh. Okay. Verse 25. And they took the fruit of the land in their hands and brought it down unto us, and brought us word again, and said, it is a good land which Yahuwah our power do give us. Notwithstanding, you would not go up, but rebelled against the commandment of Yahuwah your power.
Hmm.
And you murmured in your tents and said, because Yahuwah hated us, he hath brought us forth out of the land of Mizraim to deliver us unto the hand of the Amorites to destroy us. I can't even read that with a straight face. That's terrible. Verse 28. Rather shall we go up. Our brethren have discouraged our hearts, saying, the people are great and taller than we. The cities are great and walled up to Shamaim. And moreover, we have seen the sons of Anakim there. I believe that's the Anakim of the giants.
Yeah, Khan,
Anakim,
Anaki.
Anakim, Anakim, long neck. I don't remember that. I don't remember long neck. Tribe descending and throughout the southern kingdom. Oh, this is the first place we see this, huh?
Hmm.
Okay.
Uh, I want to say that you and I were looking at something else.
Okay, they
Uh,
brought us to that.
yeah, indeed.
Okay.
Before we'd gotten on one day, uh,
Okay.
and we were looking at a specific because we were talking about how Goliath wasn't the only giant. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And how they come from the Egyptians and not the, or the Mizrahites and not the
Not
Canaanites
the
as we thought.
Canaanites. Khan,
Yeah.
Khan.
Yeah. We saw that when we did the genealogy in Bereshit 10.
Hmm.
So that was most interesting. Hallelujah. All right. Let's continue here. Uh, to destroy us. Okay. So we had 29. He said, then I said unto you, dread not, neither be afraid of them. Yahuwah your power, which go before you, he shall fight for you, according to all that he did for you in Mizraim before your eyes, and in the wilderness, where you have seen how that Yahuwah your power bear you, as a man do beareth his son. to bear his son, and all the way that you went until you came to this place, unto
Con,
this place. Go ahead.
you know, just real quick,
Hmm.
I'm visualizing this scene like in my
Hmm.
head,
Okay.
and Moshe uh is even older than he was when he brought our
Mm.
ancestors out of Mizraim. I
Okay.
can just imagine all of our ancestors paying attention to what he's saying.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's almost
Okay.
like I don't know if you've ever been to the family reunion and the
Hmm.
oldest member of the family
Start
starts
talking.
to get to
Hmm.
talking. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And you're just reverencing
Hmm.
everything that individual is saying.
Okay.
Um,
Absolutely.
and like a lot of times you have to tell children to be quiet and stuff
Hmm.
like that. But I can't imagine us having to do that because we're going to be focusing on what the old man is saying. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like paying attention to what he said, and because it's the story of us. You know
Right.
what I
Okay.
mean? So
Absolutely.
these are interesting stories. So I
Absolutely.
just wanted to mention that. That's how like as you're reading this, this is what
Hmm.
I'm visualizing. I
Well, and you mentioned that it kind of takes me to the time when Hamashiach will return, and how he'll be, we'll be in the in the wilderness with him, and
mm-hmm.
he'll be giving us, giving us the understanding, some of the stuff that we've been unclear about, that we've not, couldn't get to come to grips on. Like, you see it
Yeah.
this way, I see it that way, and he gonna explain it and make it plain, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna be sitting there just mesmerized at one, at him, and two, at the information that he's given.
Yeah,
And
kind.
they certainly were that way about Moshe. That's why Yahuwah had to take Moshe and put him, you know, away. Not away,
Mm-hmm.
but they had to put his body in a place where they wouldn't know. They would have been there every day if they
Seeking
were
him,
gonna. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They would have buried Moses right there. You know what? Oh, let's go see Moses. Let's go see what Moses say. No, he had to put, like, I know y'all. I know y'all. We're gonna have to do this a different way. Cause
Mm-hmm.
y'all not gonna stop. Verse 32. Yeah, I mean, imagine understanding to this point what Moshe has been, since he was a baby and he was floating down the river. You know what I'm saying? Like, to get to this point. I'm not gonna say he's not gonna. I'm not gonna compare him to Hamashiach, but you know, yeah, he probably. Yeah. Well, we'll move on. We'll move on. Verse 32. Yet in the things you did not believe, Salika. Yet in this thing you did not believe Yahuwah your power, who went in the way before you and searched out a place to pitch your tent, to pitch
Mm-hmm.
your tent in, and fire by night to show you by what way you should go, and in a cloud by day. And Yahuwah heard the voice of your words, which was and was wroth, and swore, saying, Surely there shall not, Slika, surely there shall not one of these men of this evil generation see this good land, or
Mm-hmm.
see that good land, which I swear to give unto your fathers. I don't know why I keep jumbling these words up. It's like I remember part of what's being said, and then I'm trying to read it, and it's reading different than what I'm remember. I think that's what the problem is. Verse 36. Save Caleb, the son of Yapun
Yep or nay.
Name. I never get that name right. Uh, he shall see it, and to him will I give the land that he trodden upon, that he hath trodden upon. Notice he didn't say that was promised to him. He said, I will give the land that he hath trodden upon, and to his children, because he have wholly followed Yahuwah. But you notice that, and that ironic
Yeah,
in
con,
1
and
and 36?
Yeah, we've talked about that also
Mm-hmm.
on the origins or
Mm-hmm.
who was this Caleb? You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You know, we
Con.
read that he was from Yehuda, like in the
Mm-hmm.
scripts, but you know, we also read that he was a Canaanite. So,
Con.
uh,
Yeah, his father. Yet that name right there was the father of. Well, his father was a. He says the Canaanite.
mm-hmm,
The Canaanite. So that's most interesting. Just a little food for thought for those who are studying along with us here. Let's continue. Verse 37. Also, Yahuwah was angry with me for your sake, saying, "You also shall not go in there, go into there." That's what he's basically saying. Verse 38. But Joshua, son of Nun, which stand before you, he shall go in there. Encourage him, for he shall for he shall call Israel to inherit it. Moreover, your little ones, which you said shall be a prey, and your children, which in that day had no knowledge between good and evil, they shall go, they shall go in thither, and unto them will I give it, and they shall possess it. So remember, he said 20 and under. So uh, at one point he said 20 and older, and it seemed like he was saying 20 and under shall not go. So it was like the teenagers and below. So if you was
mm-hmm,
19 and under, you good,
mm-hmm.
because he's saying the little ones,
Had no
uh,
knowledge between
right,
good and evil.
between good. That's exactly what I was looking for right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I had some conversation with some brothers before. They were saying this represented the cutoff of a generation, but I don't think that was the case. I think this represented exactly what he says right here, that they wasn't basically they wasn't being charged with their good and evil. So he wasn't holding it against them. But as soon as they get in that land, they're going into captivity for their
That kind.
evils. So
That kind.
you know what I'm saying? Verse 40. But as for you, turn you and take your journey unto the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. Then you answered and said unto me, we have sinned against Yahuwah. We will go up and fight according to all that Yahuwah our power commanded us. And when you have girded on every man's weapons of war, you were ready to go up unto the hill. And Yahuwah said unto me, say unto them, go not up, neither fight, for I am not among you, lest you be smitten before your enemies. Verse 43. So I spake unto you, and you would not hear, but rebelled against the commandment of Yahuwah, and went presumptuously up unto the hill. And the Amorites which dwelt in the mountain, they came out against you, and chased you, as bees do, and destroyed you in Seir, even unto Hamath. All right. I'm pretty much sure that Hamath is in Seir, but let's just take a look at it real quick.
Vermont.
Hamath. Devotion?
Hmm.
Hmm. That is interesting. Yeah, we saw that in Numbers a couple times, three times, it was like, and then it showed up here. But I don't remember that devotion. Interesting. Let's continue here. Verse 45. And you returned and wept before Yahuwah, before and wept before Yahuwah. But Yahuwah would not listen to your voice, neither gave ear unto you. So you abode in Kadesh many days, according unto the days that you abode there. So again, this is pretty much a recap of all that has transpired. Uh, it's like chapter 2 is going to go into some of the same uh, information, but we'll go through this 37 verses, and I
Mm-hmm.
think we'll have time for chapter 3, and we'll call that a night and pick up tomorrow. I'll be willing. How you feeling,
Con.
Nat?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good.
All praises, hallelujah. All right, well, let's go ahead and continue. Chapter number 2, wandering in the wilderness, verse number 1. Then they turned and took Slikah. Then we turned and took our journey unto the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea, as Yahuwah spake unto me, and we compassed Mount Seir many days. And Yahuwah spake unto me, saying, You have compassed the mount long enough. Turn you northward, and commanded you the people, saying, You are compassed through the coast of your brother, the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir, and they shall be afraid of you. Take you good heed to yourselves, therefore, meddle not with them, for I will not give you of their land. No, not so much as a footbreadth, because I have given Mount Seir unto Esau for a possession.
Hmm.
God.
Do you can you recall? And I don't recall. And we're hearing it here, and we know
Hmm.
if the Abba say it, he meant it. But I'm trying to remember anywhere in in the Torah where we read that he was going to give that unto into Edom or Esau and his descendants.
I think this is the first place where we see at that language. The
Mm-hmm.
only other place that I can recall was when remember Yaakov was coming back from Laban. It talked about Esau came from Mount Seir.
Yeah, Khan.
I remember that, but I don't remember any distinction of Seir being designated to Edom for an inheritance or a possession as we see here.
Yeah,
Uh,
Khan.
yeah, that's all I can recall. But yeah, we see here, yeah, Mount Seir unto Esau for a possession. So that is his. And we know that Seir is in Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
So let's continue. Verse number 6. You shall buy meat for them for Slikah. You shall buy meat of them for money that you may eat, and you shall also buy water from them for money that you may drink. For Yahuwah your power have barak you in all the works of your hands. He knoweth you're walking through this great wilderness. These 40 years, Yahuwah your power have been with you, and you have lacked nothing.
That's right.
Hallelujah. Yes, indeed. And when we pass from and when we pass by from our brethren, the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir, though the way of the plains from Elthah and from I don't know that one,
Ezan Gabar, Gaber.
Zangaber, uh, we turned and passed by the way of the wilderness of Moab. So let's check out these two locations here through the plains of Elthah. That's like I
Elath.
know El is that's let's see what this
Elath.
is. Elath. How does it
Elath.
Elath? Okay, kind. Elath or Eloth. Uh, grove of lofty trees. A port in the northeast arm of the Red Sea. Okay, we did see this back in Bereshit,
Mm-hmm.
and then not to, again to then. So 14 and 6, 36 and 41, and here, and we'll see it again in Kings, first, second, and then in Chronicles. So really doesn't give us a lot of information comparing and Red Sea. Okay, let's continue. What was that second one? This one right here.
Eshon Gabar. Gaber.
Cabrera.
Gerber.
Four times, three times, and backbone of a man.
Mm.
The last station during the Exodus of the Israelites before they came into the wilderness of Zin, location near El Etha in the heads of the Gulf of Abark,
Akaba.
Abarka, Okaba, Khan, Told Akim, Told Rabbi. So we saw that in Numbers a couple times and then here. So, all right, well, let's continue. Verse number 9. And Yahuwah said unto me, distress not Moab, neither contend. Did I read that last one? Yeah, I did. That's where we left off. Uh, it says, distress not the Moabites, neither contend with them in battle. For I will not give you of their land for possession, because I have given Ar unto the children of Lot for possession. Ain't that something?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that was them in Ar.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I didn't realize that was Moab. I thought that was
Mm-hmm.
uh I thought that was Canaan.
I want to say that we,
No,
yeah,
we
I
hadn't
want to
got
say
there
that we
yet.
read that.
No, this is when they take AR when they go to Yeshua that was leading that charge. But I didn't realize that it was
Mm.
you know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
that's when
con.
oh yeah, with a con. Remember that's where they a con
Yeah,
got
and that's
them.
where he had the accursed thing, the accursed
Yes,
item.
con. Yes indeed.
Yeah.
That's what made me I didn't realize I'm just now seeing that was Moab. I thought that was the Canaanites.
And
Interesting.
you know
Okay.
they're approaching, because Jericho was on the eastern front
Hmm.
of the land of Canaan. So those were all Moabites that were dwelling, because it was the Moabites that were in dread and in fear.
Mm,
Actually, it was all the nations that were round about that were in
right.
fear.
I was under the impression this was Canaan though. This was the Canaanites.
Hmm.
When I think about that, because remember he took the Babylonians' garment and then the gold, and Abba told them in chapter I think that was chapter 5 or chapter 6, the gold is his. He wants that to his treasury, and that's what ended up getting all of them killed. Him and his whole family killed because basically he was stealing from Yahuwah
Hmm.
because he said everything in there, all the gold goes to my treasury. And he decided I'm gonna take the gold and the silver. And he said the silver as well, something about the silver. I believe I remember, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Verse number 10. Um, the Emmies, em,
And Mims.
Emims, the Emims dwelled therein in times past, a people great and many and tall as the Anakim. Anakims. It's ironic because when I see this Anakim, in Hebrew, Kim is or Em or M, that's plural. But then they stuck a S on there for English sake.
Hmm.
That's why I kind of like snicker at that a little bit. Verse 11, which also, uh, which also were encountered giants, which also were encountered. Is that encountered? Am I looking at that right?
Accounted.
Accounted giants. Salika. Okay. I don't know where I put an N, E-N. I be tripping. I'll tell you, my eyes, I can't get them to match my mouth when I'm trying to read. Sometime. Salika. Let's continue. Which also were accounted giants as the Anakim, but the Moabites called them EMM, EMMs.
Hmm.
Right. Verse 12. The Hor Iams, the Horims, also dwelled in Seir before time, but the children of Esau succeeded them. So, man, I got to know who these Horims are. This is where they got Seir from.
They were. I want to say they were cave dwellers.
Word? Okay,
I want to
okay.
say that's the case.
Well, we're gonna look at their name here in just a minute. I'm gonna finish verse 12. Uh, Before times, but the children of Esau succeeded them when they had destroyed them from before them, and dwelled in their stead, as Israel did unto the land of his possession, which Yahuwah gave unto them. Let's take a look at that. The Horims. Horium. Cave dwellers. You had it on the head, Ark.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep, the inhabitants of Mount Seir. But who did they come from? I mean, what? That's what I'm like. Who were they? Or troglodytes? Look at that.
Man, what is that?
I want to say, isn't that a? No, I'm thinking of Baghdadite on Men in Black 3.
Okay.
Troglodytes,
Okay.
especially in Phoenician times, people who lived in caves, a hermit, a people who is regarded as being deliberately ignorant or old-fashioned. What does the insult troglodyte mean? Troglodyte is seeming term which troglodyte is used to refer to someone thought to be reclusive,
Mm-hmm. Some
reactionary, out of
somebody
date,
backward,
or brutish. Yeah, kind of like those. Well, I'm not gonna say that. Then I got flagged. I was gonna say those Cajun people, but I'm not gonna say it. I said it. Nobody's watching anyway. Uh, what is this? A chlorite or a aboriginal
Aboriginal
Aberdeen?
Idumean.
Okay, so they took that from them. So that's ironically, when you go to Jordan, uh, I see some brothers at Jordan, and they went into the old museums, and they looked like these cave-looking people. They was like,
Mm-hmm.
"See, told you this what Esau was." Like, nah, these people were before Esau.
Indeed, indeed.
These people would have been off of had to been off of the ark, and they must have been multiplied all those years, and was there when he got there. Um, which is, man, very interesting. Wow, we get into some real history for real. Like, man. All right, uh, verse 13. Now rise up, said I, and get you over the brook Zed, Zered, and we was over the brook Zered. What is this Zered? Yeah, only one way to pronounce that, Zered.
Mm-hmm.
Osterbrook, a river east of Jordan, the reign of Moab and Edom, and the source of the Amorant River, uh, Arnon River. All right. Yeah, there will come a time where Moab is going to get so beside himself. Edom is going to come to Yehuda and Israel. Like, we got to take down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Moab got to go. Like, you bad when when your brother go join with your enemy
Mm-hmm.
to take you down. Like, I ain't got no honor over there. Verse 14. And the space in which they came from Kadesh Barnea, uh, Barnea, however you say that, until we were come over the brook Zered, was 30 and 8 years, until the generation of the men of war were wasted out from among the hosts, as Yahuwah swore unto them. For indeed the hand of Yahuwah was against them, to destroy them from among the hosts until they were consumed. So it came to pass, when all the men of war were consumed, and and dead from among the people, that Yahuwah spoke unto me, saying, you are to pass over through Ar, the coast of Moab, this day. And when you come near over the children of Ammon, distress them not, nor meddle with them, for I will not give you of their land, of the land of the children of Ammon, any possession, because I have given unto the children of Lot for a possession. I've given it unto the children of Lot for a possession. So my question is, who did they beat? Who did they take that from?
Hmm.
Verse 20. We might get into it. We'll see here. Uh, that also was accounted in the land of the giants. Giants dwell therein in old times. And the Amorites called them ah
Zamazumimims.
Azumimims. Let's see who these Azumimims are. So these sound like some of the same people. These sound like Hamites. Azumimims.
Zamzum.
Zamzum. Zamzums. Zamzums. Zamzums.
Plotters.
Plot. Yeah. The Amorites named the people who are the others. Wow. So this is how they came to be in those areas.
Mm-hmm.
Integrated in Zumarites, the native tribes of the Palestines, Sumzims. Sumzims.
And you know
Have
what
you?
I'm noticing,
What's that?
it doesn't appear that Edom mixed with these giants, and it doesn't
Mm-mm,
appear that Ammon or Moab mixed with them.
mm-mm, they
But
conquered them.
I want to say the Canaanites did.
Khan. Yeah, yeah. Try to make noises when in properly place known as giants, ancient dwelled within the borders of Ammon, but extinct even before the time of Moshe. They said extinct.
Hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, so this is the only place that disappears. Wow, they probably don't held any other place in any other book in history. Like this is probably their whole existence right here in this one chapter, in this one verse, in this one book. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that.
Hmm.
Like, wow, that's heavy. Like you was the ones who the Amorites took the land from, and now you gone.
Oh, check out verse 21.
Kind. All right, verse 21. A people great and many and tall as the Anakim, but Yahuwah destroyed them before them, and they succeeded them and dwelled in their stead. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yahuwah always get he always get the esteem when it comes to a defeat, even when it's for somebody who we would consider an adversary. But
Mm-hmm.
understand these are Abraham's children at the same time.
Indeed. Indeed. Well,
Yes. Well, not Abraham, but yeah, there's
right, kind of. They were
Lot's children too.
Hebrews.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
right.
were. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. So, uh, well, I'm talking about Esau, being Abraham's
Mm-hmm.
children.
Yeah, kind.
So, yeah, but that's still like wow, the Abba did that, and that's what he said. I gave it to him for an inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
So he went before them, like he's going before us here. He went before them and say, I don't. I wonder if they had any conversation. And look, I'm still thinking about what's his name, that prophet. That
Balaam.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
who the heck is Balaam? I'm still like trying to understand that. Was he Edom? Was he from Seir? Where did he come from? Who was he? And now he's
Mm-hmm.
dead.
Yeah, kind. They ended up giving it to him.
Yeah,
He caught the
exactly.
sword.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, who is this guy? This surely is wasn't Israel as a prophet, but he was dealing with, the messenger was speaking to him.
All right.
Like,
So many different layers to these scripts,
I
man.
know, right? This is so deep. Verse 22. as he did to the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir, which he destroyed the uh, Homerims, Homerims from before them, and they succeeded them and dwelt in their stead unto this day. Unto this day, they still in Mount Seir. And the this is a new people right here. And the Avarims, Avims, Avims, which dwell in Her Harim,
Hazarim.
Hazarim, even unto Azar,
Azah.
Azar, the
Caphatorims.
Captain Torms, Tola Rabaki, which came forth out of Capthor, Cap, Capathor, Capator.
No, Captor.
Oh, that H is silent.
Well, that's that make it sound like a F.
Oh, Cathor. Okay, Khan, Tola Hakim. Praise Yah. Destroyed them and dwelt in their stead. Verse 24. Rise up and take your journey and pass over the river Arnon. Behold, I have given unto you, I have given unto your hands Shion and the Amorite, king of Hezron, and his land, being a being being to possess it and contend with him in battle.
You
So they
know,
got, I don't know why I'm
what's
chopping
that
that head.
script where it says until the time of the Amorites was fulfilled, or the
Be fulfilled.
wickedness
That's what he told them of in that's what he told Abraham.
in Khan, until
Genesis
the
24, right?
yeah, what was it, until the wickedness of the Amorites is
It's fulfilled. Let's see, stricken the age. Was it
until the
24? It wasn't.
abomination of the Amorites was fulfilled.
It's, it's not yet.
It's something like that.
Is it? Hold
And
on.
this must have been what he was meaning.
Car. Yeah, where they could get them, where their time could be up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, wickedness or the iniquity
And there it is, I bingo.
of the Amorites. So look, I put a iniquity of the Amorites. 15, 15 and 16. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
back to that. Uh, Also the nation which is served shall go forth in peace and shall be buried in good old age. But in the fourth generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. And it came to pass when the sun went down. Yeah, so that was yeah, so their iniquity was not completed. So once your sin get to a certain level, you got to go.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go. All right. All praises. Verse 24. Rise up and take your journey and pass over the river Arnon. Behold,
You yeah, you just read that
I
out.
just read that one. Okay, come on,
Yep.
let's go to 25. This day will I begin to put the dread of you and the fear of you upon the nations that are under the whole Shamaim, who shall hear report of you and shall tremble and be an uh, astonished and be in astonished because of you. And I sent messengers out of the Silicon, and I sent messengers out of the wilderness of uh, Ked
Could Kadima.
Kedemoth unto Shion, king of Hezron, with words of peace, saying, let's say what Kedemoth. Did we look at that already?
No, I hadn't.
Okay,
I don't remember that one at
I don't
all.
remember that one. Okay, con. This might be the first one. Ki Kiyama, or is that not Ya but A Ya A Y
Mm-hmm.
Ya?
Kiramoth.
Kida. Okay. Eastern. Seems like I have seen this before. Yep, Devereen. Oh no, this is here.
Okay, con.
This is the first time I'm tripping. I'll be tripping for real. Kedemah 4 times. One of the towns in the district east of the Dead Sea allotted unto the tribe of Reuben and given it to the um, Medarite Levites.
Hmm. The sons of
Medarite.
Merari.
Oh, okay, Medarite Levites. Okay, con. I was like, who are the Medar? Okay, told I would buy. All right, let's continue. And we looked at Heshbon. We know Heshbon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's continue. All right. Um, verse 27.
Con.
All right. Let me pass through your land, and I will go along by the highway. I will neither turn unto the right hand nor to the left. I wonder what that highway is. You know what I'm saying? You kind of think of a highway in modern terms. I wonder what they thought of that as. Look, and this got a double.
Yeah.
Did we look at that before?
I don't remember looking at it, but I know
Dirk,
we've read it before. But I don't think we've ever pulled the actual word, Hebrew word up.
uh, Derrick,
Mm-hmm.
Derrick.
Derek.
Uh, okay, 590 towards journey manner, miscellaneous way, road, distance, journey, manner, road, path, journey, direction. Okay, so it just kind of makes sense, but didn't say highway. Let's take a look at the scripture real quick. Scriptures just for a brief moment. So at 26, see what they say. So I sent messengers to the wilderness of Kodesh to Sharon, servant of Hezron, by the word of peace, saying, let me pass over through your land on the highway. It says highway as well.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay. Okay. I think of highway, I think of like the freeway or like the interstate.
And I
So,
think they just took it for just meaning the way,
mm,
the path to.
path, yeah, con. Okay. All right. Uh, all right. So we're at 28.
Okay.
Uh, you shall sell me meat for money that I may eat, and give me water for money that I may drink, and I will pass through on my feet, as the children of Esau, which dwell in Seir, and the Moabites, which dwell in Ar, did unto me, until I shall pass over Jordan unto the land in which Yahuwah our power give us. As Sihon, king of Hezbon, Hezbon, would not let us pass by him, for Yahuwah our power hardened his spirit and made his heart uh, abstain,
Obstinate.
at obstinate. What is that word? Obstinate.
Obstinate. I think it means objective. Like
Object.
he objected to,
Oh, okay. Like
yeah,
on
kind of like how the Most High made Pharaoh's heart
Pharaoh. Okay.
hard, and
Okay.
not agreeable.
Okay. That's that's a different type of word. I hadn't seen that one on here. Uh, that he may deliver him unto the hand of unto your hand as a parent this day. Okay, so let's take a quick look at that one. I wonder if that's the same word as it was. That's 553
Amatz. I think
Adamats.
we've seen that before.
Yeah, it seems like it strengthened courage, strong, courage is courageous, hard hardened, speed, strength, confirm, establish, 40th, increase, stead mindful, stead minded, steadfast
Hmm.
minded. Uh, obstinate, obstinate, and prevailed. Hmm. To be strong, alert, courageous, brave. Hmm. That's not what I thought it would be. Well, let's continue. Maybe some of these determines oneself, alert, strength, outstanding itself, inhabitant strength. Hmm. Okay. So hardened as in made it tough, where he wouldn't move, where he wouldn't budge.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Verse 31. I get that. Verse 31. And Yahuwah said unto me, Behold, I have begun to give Shion and his land before you, being being a possession that you may inherit inherit his land. Then Shion came out against us and all his people to fight at uh, Jazah. Wow, Jazah. Let's take a look at that. Man, we getting some good niggas in
Mm-hmm.
here.
The hot.
Yahats. Yahats.
Yeah.
Okay. Jazah or Yaazah or Yazah. That look like almost the same word. Trodden down. A place in Reuben, east of the Red Sea, where Israel defeated Shion, king of the Amorites. Site uncertain. All right, let's continue. Verse 33. And Yahuwah our power delivered him before us, and we smote him and his sons and all his people. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And we took all of his cities at that time and utterly destroyed the men and the women and all the little ones of every city. We left none to remain.
Wow.
Good grief. They went in there wrecking shop.
Mm-hmm.
They took the women, the men, the women, and all y'all got to go. None of y'all can stay. I don't want no handmaids. I don't want no virgins. All y'all got to go. Children too. Get them all. Verse 35. Man, I think about that. What if Abba have us go and have to deal with little children? Whew, I'll do it. I will do my duty. Verse 30,
Indeed.
verse 35. Only the cattle we took for a prey unto ourselves, and the spoils of the city which we took from Roer. How I say that?
Uh, we've seen it before. Our Ori.
Aori. I could not.
Our
Aori.
or. I'm sorry. I said our Ori. I put a Y on it. Our or.
Aor. Yeah, I'm like, sometimes when I spell it, I can get it, but no. I looked at that one like Aroer. Aro. It's like too many vowels or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's continue. From Aroi, which is by the brink of the river of Arnon, Aron, Slick Arnon, and from the city that is by the river, even to Gilead, that was not one city too strong for us. Yahuwah our power delivered all unto us. Only unto the land of the children of Ammon uh, you came you came not, nor unto the place of the river uh, Yabak,
Mm-hmm. Your moat.
Yabok, nor unto the city of the mountains, nor unto whatsoever Yahuwah our power forbade us. Let's take a look at this. Yabok, I think we have seen that one before. Emptying. Yeah, I think we did see. Yeah, we saw that a few
Mm-hmm.
times, a couple times. Whew, it's been a mouth. A lot of recap. A lot of
Indeed,
interesting information.
indeed.
Yeah, lots of information. Let's go ahead to chapter 3 here. Yeah,
Con.
this is our recap here still.
Mm-hmm.
Conquest recounted. Yeah, we still recapping, but this one I think is shorter. Yeah, this one's only 29. Okay, we'll go ahead and finish this one up. We got like 9 minutes to midnight, so we're making almost decent time.
Con.
Go ahead and take this one out if you don't mind.
Indeed.
All right.
This is the book of Devarim, Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 1. Then we turned and went up the way to Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan, came out against us, he and all his people, to battle at Edria.
Yeah, all right. Let's familiar with Bashan. I I kind of remember.
Mm-hmm.
You know what his name mean?
Nah, I don't. I Google.
OGUE.
Long neck.
Long neck. Oh yeah, we did look at that. Or was it a
That
different
was
long
that
neck?
was that was a people. That was because we just looked at that a while ago. It was one of those giant people that were
Oh, okay.
long neck.
Was it the Anakian?
Uh,
I can't remember. Look, we just looked
yeah,
at it, and I can't even remember. But let's check out this Ed
at
Rye.
Ray.
Ray. Okay, Ed Ray. Uh, Goodly Pasture. Okay. Yeah, we saw that in numbers. All right, let's continue.
All right, verse 2. And Yahweh said unto me, fear him not, for I will deliver him and all his people and his land into thy hand, and thou shalt do unto him as thou didst unto Shahan, king of the Amorites, which dwelt at Heshbon.
Hmm.
So Yahweh, our power, delivered into our hands Og also, the king of Bashan, and all his people, and we smote him until none was left to him remaining. So, we wiped them out as well.
Yes, indeed. Had to
And we,
go.
indeed, and we took all his cities at that time. There was not a city which we took not from them. 60 cities, all the region of Argob, the kingdom of Og in Bashan.
All right, let's take a look at that our God real quick. I don't recall
Mm-hmm.
that at all.
Nah, me neither.
709.
Argob.
Our God, yeah, yeah. Heap of clods.
Mm-hmm.
Heap of clods. A district in the area of Bashan. One of the kings of Peck
That was one of the
officers.
northern king Pekah.
Oh, okay. Con. All right, a district. Okay, just trying to see here. It's curious. Yeah, we did see that in numbers. 32. So near the end of numbers. Uh, all right, let's continue.
All right. Verse 5. All these cities were fenced with high walls, gates, and bars, besides unwalled towns a great many. And we utterly destroyed them, as we did unto Shahan, king of Heshbon, utterly destroying the man, Slakia, utterly destroying the men, women, and children of every city.
Mm,
But all the cattle and the spoil of the cities we took for a prey to ourselves. And we took at that time out of the hand of 2 kings of the Amorites the land that was on this side Jordan, from the river of Arnon unto Mount Hermon, which Hermon the Sidonians call Sirion, and the Amorites call it Shanir.
so yeah. All right, let's check out these couple names here. Did we miss a name on back? No.
I thought we got them all because we've seen
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's check out this Herman real quick. And
come on.
yeah, sanctuary.
Hmm.
And there, yeah. Well, no, this is the first time it's showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sanctuary. It seemed like we saw something else that meant that was a name like that, and we was like, "What?" Made us scratch our heads, like
Mm-hmm.
Sidonians. I remember the Sidonians sea hunting inhabitants of Sidon. Inhabitants of Sidon. That's all it's saying. Okay, that's the first place that shows up too. All right, and called it Sharon.
Shinir.
Chenier.
I
Saron
don't know.
Snow Mountain. Snow Mountain. What? There was some
Hmm.
snow?
Well, you remember we was looking at you had pulled up last week. You had
Oh,
pulled up
map.
the land. And remember we saw that mount with all that had the snow caps on it
Oh,
over in.
con. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Con. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. I do recall that. Now that you mention it, man, so much happened from week to week.
yeah, kind.
I'll be forgetting. Go ahead, chapter verse 10.
All right. Verse 10. All the cities of the plain, and all of Gilead, and all of Bashan, unto Salakah and Edrei, cities of the kingdom of Og in Bashan. For only Og, king of Bashan, remained of the remnant of the giants. Behold, his bedstead was a bedstead of iron. Is it not in Rabbath of the children of Ammon? 9 cubits was the length thereof, and 4 cubits the breadth of it, after the cubit of a man. So
Salika. These was
it's
giant ants.
indeed, indeed.
These was men like Sudanese looking cats
Hmm.
today. Did we did we look at
Now
this?
I hadn't seen that one.
Okay, Let's take a look real quick. So there's a call it. Okay, so we're here. Salak. Okay, we know Gilead, Bashan. Let's see what this one. Salka.
Salka.
Migration.
Hmm.
Huh. It's the first spot. Okay. Let's check. That we just looked at this one, didn't we?
Yeah, we checked that out.
Okay. Og and Bashan. Og, king of Bashan, remained in remnant of the giants. Stretched his bed.
Rabah,
Rabatha. Rabah.
Rabah,
Rabah.
Todai Rabah.
Great. Yeah, great.
Hmm.
Rabath. I
Hmm.
think this is which I think Rabah is like much, but
Hmm.
this is saying
Thank you very much.
great. You're
Yeah.
right. Kind. This is like great. So, well, it might be along the same lines. Um, and for the children of Ammon and cubics and the cubics of the breath for man is possessed. Did we were we at 12? What did we just read?
Yeah, we're ready for verse 12.
Oh, we're ready for 12. Okay, so let's go here. All right, I'm ready here.
Verse 12. And this land which we possessed at that time from Ar, which is by the river Arnon, and half Mount Gilead, and the cities thereof, gave I unto the Reubenites and to the Gadites,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest of Gilead, and all of Bashan, being the kingdom of Og, gave I unto the half tribe of Manasseh, all the region of Argob, with all Bashan, which was called the land of the giants. Yair, the son of Manasseh, took all the country of Argob unto the coast of Geshuri and Maakathi, and called them after his own name, Bashan Havathar, unto this day.
Hmm. Let's I know we know about Uri. That's the son of Manasseh.
Hmm.
Or one of the children of Manasseh. Close. Let's check out these other couple here. I don't remember if we saw this one before. I would think we could have Gershuri
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
inhabitants of Sea Gershur, inhabitants of Gershur, tribe of southern South Palestine near the Palestinians. Yeah, this is the first place that shows up. Really doesn't give us a lot
Right.
as to what this tribe was or who they come from or anything. Man, they terrible at giving information. Uh, Makari, Makari, pleasure or pressure.
Pressure. Hmm.
Pressure. Literally, she was pressed. Hmm. Used by one of David's mighty warriors. Used to associate use and of an associate of Ishmael, people dwelling near Transjordan. Ain't that crazy? They got that right there. The descendant of, mm, I wonder was that there a few years ago before this came to be a thing.
Oh yeah,
Transjordan
yeah, yeah. That trans just means like the journey.
change.
Remember, yeah, like transatlantic.
Oh,
It's like the journey of.
Okay, I got you. I was about to say, ooh, they didn't try to slip it in on us.
All right.
Like, I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah,
Uh,
indeed, indeed.
called by his own name. Let's check this one out. Look,
Wow, they
they
shortened that down,
right.
didn't
You know what I'm saying? It cracks me up when they do stuff like that. Okay, now this one I remember.
they? Mm-hmm.
This long word, and then it was two-part. Village of Jar. Okay, yeah, I remember that. That was numbers.
Yep.
Okay, okay. Let's continue.
All right, verse
Continue.
15.
Yeah.
And I gave Gilead unto Makar, and unto the Reubenites, and unto the Gadites I gave from Gilead, even unto the river Arnon, half the valley, and the border, even unto the river Yabok, which is the border of the children of Ammon, the plain also, and Jordan, and the coast thereof, from Kinnereth even unto the sea of the plain, even the salt sea, under Ashdoth Pisgah, eastward.
All right. Let's check out these couple.
Yeah, I
Chinnereth.
remember that. Yeah, I forget what it means though.
Oh, let's see where we saw it
Harps.
last. Oh, yeah, we saw the numbers.
Mm-hmm. Last week.
Oh, harps. Oh, sure did. Yeah. Okay. I wonder if they remember because it was talking about harps. But this one, this is a idol, right? Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't
I
think
don't think
that
it's an idol.
that
Mm-mm.
right there?
I don't. No, I don't think so.
A slope of slopes of
Pisgah.
oh. I thought that word was middle idol. Wasn't that an idol name that?
It's similar to it, but
Oh, it's okay,
yeah,
okay,
it's very similar to it, but
okay,
it's not
okay.
the
Hey, better save the song.
yeah kind.
I thought for certain that was when I saw that I was like, that's it. That's the same one. Okay, let's continue. Let me check this out.
All right, verse 18.
Okay.
And I commanded you at this time, saying, Yahweh your power hath given you this land to possess it. Ye shall pass over armed before your brethren, the children of Israel, all that are meet for the war. But your wives and your little ones and your cattle, for I know that ye have much cattle, shall abide in your cities which I have given you, until Yahweh have given rest unto your brethren, as well as you, as well as unto you, and until they have also possessed the land which Yahweh your power hath given them beyond Jordan. And then shall ye return every man unto his possession, which I have given you.
Hmm.
And I commanded Joshua at that time, saying, Thine eyes have seen all Yahweh your power have done unto these two kings. So shall Yahweh do unto all the kingdoms whither thou passest.
Hmm.
Yet, O Salakia, verse 22, ye
Okay.
shall not fear them, for Yahweh your power, he shall fight for you. Hallelujah.
I praise Yah indeed.
Well, and I besought Yahweh at that time, saying, O Yahweh power, thou hast begun to show thy servant thy greatness and thy mighty hand. For what power is there in heaven or in earth that can do according to thy works and according to thy might? I pray thee, let me go over and see the good land that is beyond Jordan, that goodly mountain and Lebanon. But Yahweh was wroth with me for your sakes, and would not hear me. And Yahweh said unto me, Let it suffice thee. Speak no more unto me on this matter.
Wow. Shut
Man,
him down.
Indeed.
Shut him down like that. I said no. That's it. Leave it alone.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, I.
Yep. Indeed.
That's all you can say in that matter.
Well,
Wow.
uh,
I wonder how many times you say something or we ask for something, and Abba want to say that to us, but he don't say it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, as I know, I've said before, I don't hear as I don't hear like a voice or anything of that nature. But yeah, I wonder like, and that's like, for him to shut him down like that.
hmm.
Speak no more to me on this manner.
And I mean,
Like,
and it's gonna be like that with his chosen. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And Moshe had a lot of responsibility, and a
yeah,
lot was put on his plate, and uh, so the Most High dealt with him differently
yeah,
than
kind.
other people.
But I'm just thinking like, how many times we've been in a situation where you ask Abba something and he want to say to you so plain, shut up about that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
kind.
Basically, that's basically what he told Moshe right there
Hmm.
in Old English.
Yep. Kind. Verse 27. Get thee up into the top of Pisgah, and let up thine eyes westward, and northward, and southward, and eastward, and behold with thine eyes, for thou shalt not go over this Jordan. But charge Joshua, and encourage him, and strengthen him, for he shall go over before this people, and he shall cause them to inherit the land which thou shalt see. So we abode in the valley over against Beth Peor.
All praises, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Let's check out this one last word here.
It's House of
You,
something.
yeah.
House of Peor. Yep. I remember
Oh,
that now.
okay, okay. All right. Yeah, we saw that in numbers as well. Oh, how interesting! How very interesting,
Indeed.
and so much, man, such a stringent recap that we did. These three chapters. Uh, praise to the Father, man. This is really good stuff. I mean, not just
Hmm.
in the sense of it's just a recap, like, oh, this we're just going over what we already dealt with. Like, no, this is some, you know, reiteration as to what's been going on, and here we are. So all praise to Haba. Uh, let's go ahead with final thoughts. I mean, we just it was pretty much a recap of
Hmm.
what we've gone through and how he's delivered us. It's interesting to see chapter 2 where we found out the people that were in Seir and who the Edomites and who the Amorites or the Moabites had taken uh, their possession from, their land from, and how Yahuwah had basically set it up for him.
Hmm.
As he kept his promise to, well, I know it with the children of Ammon, not Ammon, Slikah, the children of Esau. That was a promise kept to Abraham, and then to uh, the children of Lot, which they weren't. I don't recall a promise to them for anything,
Right. Right.
but he gave it to them nevertheless. So I wonder how that came to be, how that came about. But that is interesting information. Interesting
Hmm.
information. So uh, good stuff.
Let me ask you this, Doc.
Oh, go ahead. Go
Like,
ahead.
what do you feel like the importance was of this recap?
Well, I think it's just really dealing with the fact that we're in the fifth book, that we're starting the fifth book.
Hmm.
So we're basically he's resharing, like, hey, listen, this is where you've come from. This is where
Hmm.
we've gotten to this point. These are
Hmm.
the things that I've already done for you. You've always said, which brought you out of the land of Mizraim. I am Yahuwah, your power, which brought you out of the land of Mizraim, out of the house of bondage, so on and so forth. You've already said that. So now he's saying, okay, since that I've done this for you. So
Mm-hmm.
now I've done this. I've already took you here. I could have wiped you out, but instead of me
Right.
wiping you out, I gave you another chance. Now, those
Indeed.
other ones, they had to go. But
Mm-hmm.
for you all who remain, get your minds right. Otherwise, you'll be wiped out too. Now,
Yeah.
you saw what I
Indeed.
did to the Amorites, to the, to not the Amorites, but you saw what I did to these ones. And oh, by the way, those ones uh, that Esau took that land from, yeah, I did that.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that Moab took his land from, I did that. And the Amorites, yeah, that was me who got them up out for them. I did that. I'm the one who do all the make all the moves out here.
Mm-hmm.
So remember that, because the same way I got them out, I'll get you out the same way. It's
Con.
just like that.
Yeah. Back in Bereshit,
Mhm,
we saw the Abba dealing with Father Abraham,
mhm,
and it was faith building. It's a continuation of the descendants of Abraham,
mhm,
and the Abba is faith building with his friends' children.
mhm.
Now, you know.
Con, con. And it kind of makes me think about this. It's so ironic because as the text kind of touches each other and kind of merges together, I'm thinking about the Amorites, the Moabites, and these are, the children of Lot.
Hmm.
Lot went with Abram when Abram didn't even know where he was going.
Hmm.
Abram could have been like, man, go back, but he didn't. He let him come. They
Hmm.
had a feud with the herdsmen. They had a disagreement there. Abraham said, "You go, you pick a direction to go. I'll go the opposite. So that way we won't have any. I don't want no strife between yours and mine."
Come.
And so he said, "I'm gonna go towards this green area, which was Sodom and Gomorrah, which ended up getting destroyed.
Hmm.
And because that got destroyed, him and his family fled. His wife got turned into a pillar of salt, and his daughters, thinking the whole earth was destroyed, decided they would lay with their father and created the Amorites and the Moabites. These are ancient enemies of Israel to this day. And I'm just thinking, I'm recapping all of this in my mind because, well, I'm saying it out loud. I'm recapping all of this because if by chance he had not, uh, if he'd have told Lot to stay with his father, stay with with his grandpa, then we wouldn't have Moabites and Amorites today.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just so ironic. You when you think about it, that one decision got us to these ancient enemies of ours.
You come.
You know what I'm saying? So wow, you think something so simple like I'm gonna go with you? Like, nah, you just need to stay here. If he'd have said stay here, you let the camps tell it. The Japanese and the Chinese would even be
Right, right. That's who they say those cats
right.
belong to. But it's funny that you say that because perhaps if Lot didn't journey with his uncle, perhaps Abraham would have been sending his servant to to find one of Lot's daughters to marry Isaac. You know
Isaac.
what I mean?
Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of different possibilities that could have played about. Uh, it's just like you just think, I'm just thinking like, wow, if you'd have did something different, how different could things have been? Things could have
Hmm.
been dramatically different. You know what I'm saying? So those people could have still been in this land, and or Edom would have probably taken over the whole thing. I don't know. I mean, a lot of possibilities to kind of think about. So interesting, good read, good information. You got anything else to add?
No, that's it.
All
All
praises.
praises. Yep.
Hallelujah. All praises to her Abba. Very interesting beginning. I'll be honest, I do not recall reading these three chapters in their entirety before. I've seen some, picked up a couple of verses there. I thought it was highly interesting that these that we found out the Amorites were the ones in AR. I thought that was wow. That was very interesting. That was in chapter one, wasn't it?
Yep. Yep. No, no,
Yeah,
no. Chapter 2 when we
chapter
looked
two.
at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have promised that AR was the Canaanites,
Mhm.
but man, you found out new information just picking up this book and reading it. So studying it. So praise to the Abba, and I look forward to tomorrow to getting into Abba willing, chapter 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we'll get a good 7 to start, and we'll continue through this to the wrap up of HaTorah. And
Mhm.
all praises to the Most High for my aunt Kidanaya on this journey with me, on this walk with me, just building and being edified through this thing. So hallelujah. With
Hallelujah.
that, I give all praise, honor, and great esteem unto the Most High Power, Yahuwah, Bahashem, Yahushua Hamashiach, that is in the name of Yahushua the Messiah, and to the 12 tribes of Israel who are scattered to the four quarters of the earth. I say Shalom Wabarukim, that is peace and blessings. And I cannot wait till the day that the Most High brings us back together. And we are once again 12 tribes, one family, one nation under the Most High power, under one covenant. Until that day, Shalom, family.
Shalom, shalom, Yasharah.
Hallelujah.